Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another NBA 2K17 Pro Am game. Today we are going against the undefeated 26-0 War Ready team. They've definitely been War Ready so far in the Pro Am. They may not be an Elite 1, but the fact that they haven't lost got to count for something, right? So we want to be the first team that hands them an L so far as Michael pokes the ball loose, but that's going to get them a free dunk when they pick it up. Don't you just hate when that happens? Play good defense, poke the ball loose, and then they recover it. Defense is scrambled, and you get an easy bucket like that. That's just the way the game rolls sometimes. Those bounces, those loose balls, they can decide games. We moved the ball around nicely, going in the paint. Oh, but I wanted to put up a floater right there. I ended up accidentally taking a layup, but we get the ball right back, and we're just going to put it up at the end of the shot clock, get it to go. Got 2 points out the possession. That's all good. So this team, they had their playmaking point guard that I was guarding, but he didn't really have the ball in his hands a lot. The shooting guard had the ball instead as they go inside to this guy. And what he was doing was what you just saw, trying to cut to the rim. He had a little bit of height, not too much, but they're trying to use him as a slasher. So all we really had to do is just cut him off the rim. You see he's dribbling sometimes around here, finding the small forward right there. He's going to get an easy bucket, but for the most part, the shooting guard had the ball. He was, bouncing around screens and stuff like that as Josh kicking it out. Didn't want to take that shot since it was contested. And eventually the ball finds the open man, but the open man is not able to make the shot. And that is our sharp shooting stretch big right there. So we do expect them to make those. And if they want to leave him open, we're probably going to win the game as their big man pulls it and hits it. I believe they had a stretch 5 out there. But this guy, even though he was a stretch, he wasn't just camping at the perimeter as Michael hits the fading 3. I can bet you he didn't mean the fade right there, but he got to go. But yeah, this guy, he wasn't just camping outside. He was making cuts and stuff like that. He was playing pretty well as Walsh with the ball, pushing it ahead to Josh. Josh, anywhere near the restricted area, is going to dunk all over you. It's pretty much a guarantee as a nice spin move right there. And this guy's just going to dribble inside, pull it up, and hit it. So we put Brian on the perimeters and had Michael try to guard the stretch big center. See how that's going to work. Didn't work too well right there. Brian on the perimeter, he even admits that he's just a liability out there as that guy does a weird little spin move. Went right through us. The point guard was doing some weird moves where he would just like dribble through me. I don't know. I guess it's just, something that he knows in the game as they get the open 3 right there. But yeah, Brian will admit that he's a liability on the perimeter, so that kind of hurts us sometimes. But on the offensive end, he's pretty good as he gets the dunk right on cue. So the main thing we have to adjust to as we head into the second quarter is the fact that, well, they got to adjust to the fact that we got people wide open out there. That's Walsh for 3. He's a sharpshooter. He's hitting that one. But yeah, we got to adjust to the fact that the shooting guard's running around screens, stuff like that. Make sure that we contain that as Brian throws a turnover, and they got a man up ahead who's going to throw it down. I feel like we're doing pretty good offensively so far this game. Maybe could do a little bit better as we walk inside, find Michael, and he takes a good step in right there. That's a sneaky little move for sharpshooters. You're always camping in that paint. Someone closes out on you hard, so you just take that step in for a mid. You'll see it happen a lot in the Pro-Am. You'll be wide open. As long as you just don't go all the way to the rim and you pull it from about like 18, 16 feet away, you're all straight. As you see, I believe Josh got the bucket right there. Going back and forth with this team, doing a good job so far. Though once again, look at these screens. Look at the pick and roll, pick and pop defense. Not good right there. Gotta be better if we want to win that game. A little bit of miscommunication right there. 2 people, 1 to 1 guy as we skip it to Michael in the corner for 3. Good vision to find the open man. And of course, he's got that quick trigger. That's what you need as a sharpshooter. You're second guessing your shot, and you're not going to be open by the time you second guess it. You just got to pull it, you got to hit it. And that's one thing Michael does really well. He's got a quick trigger. He's got the Carmelo Anthony release, and that thing is a quick release as well. So all that combined works out pretty well for us. We got 8 assists, not even at the end of the first half. And this guy got a pump fake, get it to the big man. And there's that stretch big who I said wasn't camping in the paint. He was making good cuts. He was finishing inside. And we put up the weird little layup, and it doesn't go down. I don't know why. My guy's a weird little layup package where I'll, scoop it with one hand like that, especially the left hand. I really don't mean to do those. And that was an open shot, just that I guess I didn't get a good release right there. So we got to work on our timing a little bit as Walsh is going to pull up and not get it to go. As sharpshooter, that's the worst thing sometimes. You're wide open, but, sometimes the pass will lead you to make an extra dribble. You're ready to shoot, and you end up taking that pull-up by accident as he gets the ankle breaker, but he can't hit the 3. His boy does get the rebound and the putback, though. So what are we going to do? Get him right back down to the ground. He goes. Everybody's dropping, but no one is scoring. on their ankle breakers as Brian inside. There's ankle breakers going on, but instead the little guard scoring, it's the big men who are just getting stuffings as that guy once again. He was making good cuts to the rim, and, you know, that's one thing that is hard guarding a sharpshooting stretch big out there, and they make good cuts to the rim because obviously you're trying to respect them from the perimeter. If they do it well enough and you play defense bad enough, it can be very great for you as we get that shot to go. My shot meter was glitching this game. I don't know if you guys can tell. I think I got up very late on that one, and I definitely released it pretty early. Look at that guy once again. We're going to lose the game if we don't contain that right there. So what we actually ended up doing was we switched Michael off him. We switched Michael off the stretch big since he wasn't just, you know, being at the top of the key or anything like that. And we put Brian on him, and we put Michael back on the power forward. So we'll see how that strategy works out. This guy, nice little move, the pull up, little hesitation, sent Josh skating, got the mid. So this guy was pretty good right here, the shooting guard. He was doing his job, you know, going around the screens and stuff like that. But at the same time, he was going around a lot of screens, and, you know, that's not all on Josh right there. We just got to play better, and we're now suddenly down by 8. We're playing good, but I'm playing against a 26-0 team, man, entering this game. Gotta play better if you want to win the game. Good will not cut it against a great opponent as we get good ball movement. One more pass, but unfortunately, Brian loses it trying to put it up. They're running, got a little 3-on-2 floater is good. I thought we were right there. I thought we, you know, legit was in his face, but I guess it didn't really matter on that floater. And you see that little hop step right there? That guy was doing that a couple of times in the game, and there's really nothing you can do about that because he's hopping like a glitchy little hop step right there. I really don't know what to do about that. As Brian gonna get the good feed from Michael, good ball movement, gets it inside, and like I said, we're scoring at a decent rate, but we're just not getting stops on the other end. One more time, that big number 1 cutting inside. We get Josh from mid, and I always say, man, he's got a slasher, but this man shoots a mid like he's a sharpshooter. If I throw him that feed, he'll more than often pull it up, and he makes it about 90% of the time as they get that shot right there, trying to move the ball around. We got ourselves a nice little driving lane, and there's that little scoop again. I'm really not even trying to do that. Brian's holding out the center on the right side. I'm trying to go to that right side. Instead, I went left. Thankfully, it still happened because still went into the center was still getting held up as go. What a slam. A little bit too hard of a closeout right there. And that's kind of what I was talking about with our team. It kind of worked for them right there. Walsh closed out too hard. They get the bucket. They're going inside. It's not going to count, though. A little bit too late of a pass, even though the shot went down, started the fourth quarter, down by 9, hop, step, and I don't know, man. That looked like a travel right there. You guys can let me know. I know that's just some weird glitch in the game, but what I do know is Josh is looking to poster anyone in his way, and that's going to be a good sign for us. We could get him going in this fourth quarter as one more time. Number 1, every single time. It's just, if you're going to give up backdoor cut dunks, you're going to lose the game, all right? If they're dunking and shooting open threes, you deserve to lose, and right now, we deserve to lose. Nope. If or buts about it. We gotta play better as they go inside, pump faking and blocked. Great help defense by Walsh, but Michael loses the ball and it somehow goes out of bounds off of him. Those are some of those 50-50 balls that I was mentioning before that you don't get those plays. You know, it could decide a game as Josh. Oh, man. He cocked it back and rose to the occasions. We put up the floater, and it's good. And now we have the momentum. We've cut the lead to 4, locking in on defense. This guy's going nowhere, trying to put it up, and they will slam it over Walsh. Had decent positioning right there, but I guess he was just able to trigger a dunk animation as Josh. That guy thought he was coming in for the poster. He thought he was getting posterized. He jumped up, but Josh put up a nice little floater right there. Right now, the two of us having a good game in this fourth quarter. Got to keep it going, but look at this wide open 3 right there. And it comes back to this pick and pop, pick and roll defense that we are just not communicating well enough on. Whatever it may be, as we take the pull-up, end of the shot clock, and the unfriendly roll hits us right there. Bounces out. We badly needed that bucket right there. Instead, here they come. Almost took a really bad shot right there, but he passes out of it. Now back to this shooting guard. Look at him. He's wide open. He eventually pulls it and hits it. Brian and Josh had some little miscommunication on who's guarding who or something like that, and you know, that kind of stuff will cost you. Open people for 3 and dunks. That's what I said. You lose every game that you give those up. And a turnover on top of that. Might as well be the dagger. They take it back for a dunk. It's going to practically take a miracle to get back into this one. Josh floater. Good. That's what we need. Quick points right now. We don't just got to shoot threes. We just got to get quick buckets. Hopefully force turnovers. That is the recipe. That's an open 3. Gonna not go in the rim though. And here we are. That's what we got. The quick miss or a turnover. And now we got to get a quick bucket. But Brian is going coast to coast and getting blocked. that's a losing play right there. That's nothing if and or but about it. He gets the N1 right here coming back, but I think he was frustrated he wasn't getting the ball or something like that, so he didn't pass. I really don't know what it is, but you know, that did not help. But we do get a stop on defense. We're down 7, 50 seconds left. This game is not really over yet until now. So I mentioned before, Brian was frustrated and didn't get the ball, so I tried to get him the ball right there, force him the ball, and just a bad decision ended up being our first turnover of the game. Gonna be our only turnover of the game, but it was gonna be the turnover that daggered the game for sure. We were making a little bit of a run right there. We could have gotten a quick bucket, made it a 5 or 4 point game. Who knows what would have happened, but instead we end up taking the unfortunate loss. So these guys were pretty good. They were 26-0 for a reason, right? They didn't do anything weird, besides the point guard doing that little hop step stuff. Just fundamental basketballs, and they just basically outplayed us right there. And that will be an L for us. So leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for more NBA 2K17 Pro-Am and all that good stuff. Maybe my career that ever comes back. Kind of doubt it at this point. But until the next video, I'll catch you guys next time.